This is Buddy, a 3-year-old cob who has come to us to be broken to drive. Here, he is in his 4th week of training with us after coming here entirely unbroken. We have got Sean on the reins, who has not previously driven Buddy. We always like to get different people on the reins before the horse is due to go home, to ensure that they will still behave regardless of who is on the reins. This also shows that it is not just Barry, myself or Fletcher who can drive the horses, but that other people can too. It is also a fairly windy day today. We are taking Buddy out on a day like this because we believe it is best that the horses learn to cope with adverse weather conditions. Horses can be very spooky in the wind. Also, cars can appear to sneak up on them. The noise of the hedge can mask an approaching motor car, which they then see only as it goes past their blinkers. We always like to take young horses out, even on windy days. We believe that they should be able to be driven in any type of weather condition, even during the first stages of their harness training. They still need to listen to the driver, even with all the other noise going on around them. You can see here that we are walking and trotting Buddy. You can see the leaves on the hedges and the trees rustling. Yet Sean is still controlling him, and he is only being driven just in a soft piece of rubber. Many horses lack confidence in windy conditions, which can also be exacerbated by the driver or the rider who also does not have confidence. Sean does not know Buddy, so therefore one would expect her to be slightly less confident than if she was driving a horse that she knew. However, he is still behaving, even though a different person is on the reins and it is windy. We have now got Di on the reins. Again, you can see the debris on the road which has been blown off the trees due to the windy weather. You can see that Buddy will trot happily over anything in his path. You can also see, coming up to this branch here which has fallen out into the road, that he does not spook and refuse to go past it. This branch wasn't here the last time Buddy came down this route, but again, even though it is a new and potentially frightening object, he does not spook. It's important that horses learn to trot over things that are in front of them in the roads, such as twigs and leaves and other debris, because you do not want them shying out into the middle of the road, especially important if a car is trying to overtake or come past you in the opposite direction. On the route we are going round today, we also have flag poles with flags blowing on them. This can also spook a horse. The chain makes a noise against the flagpole, and the fluttering appearance of the flag can also be quite frightening. However, you can see here that Buddy is still happily going past the flags, both when they are flying above his head and alongside him. Many of the problems we see in driving horses are caused by a lack of confidence, which can be a failure to prepare the horse for the big wide world during training. So many people focus solely on getting the horse in the carriage, without taking the time to think about whether he would go in the carriage happily, regardless of things like weather conditions. Indeed, many of the published books on horse breaking say that you are better off making sure there are no distractions such as dogs barking, wind, or it being bin day on the days you are training your horse. This is merely an avoidance strategy and does nothing to help the horse increase his confidence, get over his fears, and become a safer, happier driving animal. After all, a drive can start off in calm weather and halfway round suddenly turn windy. As we show here, it might be sheltered in a valley, but when you get on top of a hill the wind noise increases, which can therefore spook your horse. In fact, we are now driving past a kennels where there are dogs that have started barking, as well as having to go past a tractor, proof that you never know what you are going to encounter, and it is better to be safe and prepared rather than sorry. Seeing as we cannot control the weather, and weather reports are not 100% accurate, thereby preventing you from planning a drive, we feel it is better to train horses to remain relaxed and sensible even in windy conditions. This also applies for things like lorries, dogs barking, and other strange and frightening things. The more your horse is prepared for these things during training, the better driving animal he is going to be. And surely that is what we should be aiming for, both for the horse's sake and for the future of carriage driving in general.